Hi, this is Jim Juback coming to you from Venice on January 31st. This is my YouTube video for Juback Asset Management. If you would like to subscribe and get more of these because you find them useful or entertaining or whatever, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's free. That way you get notification of when you will see the next one. We're doing about 3 a week. If you want more of my stuff, what are those things called? Words on paper. You can go to my free site, that's jubackpicks.com. You want even more stuff, so 6 portfolios instead of 3, and say like 2 to 4 posts instead of 1 to 2. You can go to my subscription site, that's Juback Asset Management, jam.com, and subscribe. And last, another freebie. This is new. So we moved to Italy in September. So that's where this is coming from. That's where I am now for the next foreseeable years. And we've launched a Substack, my wife and I. And it's called We Moved to Italy. And subscribing is free. At this point, we're simply trying to get content up and get comments, and we'd like it to be entertaining and engaging. You can read about my adventures in the Rialto fish market or about the wonders of pigment stores in Venice. Anyway, you'll find links to that, plus the YouTube videos, plus the free site, plus the subscription site, all that down below. Today's topic is price to perfection. Well, yes, maybe, no. Okay, Microsoft is the sort of poster child for this. A company announced earnings on Tuesday, the 30th, after the market closed, and the stock went down about 1.4% or so in after-hours trading. This morning, it initially broke up to the upside about it was up about 1.72% on the open, but now that we're down to around 10:30 or 11 o'clock in New York, it's lost 1.4%, and the NASDAQ as a whole is down today about 1.4%. What's the disappointment here? Well, the disappointment, and this is where it comes into price to perfection, is that Azure, the sort of the cloud services leadership product of Microsoft, saw only 30% growth in the quarter, year over year. I think there are companies out there that would give their eye teeth, their left arm, their right arm, whatever, many appendages to get a 30% growth rate. However, the growth rate for this part of Microsoft has been coming down gradually. It was 50%. We've seen it in the 40s, and now we're down to 30. And for next year, it looks like, well, maybe like 28%. This is in context a great number because you're moving a bigger burden. So you've got to increase sales in absolute terms by more dollars to get the same growth rate. But nonetheless, Wall Street and analysts are disappointed. And that's where we are. And that's where we're talking about price to perfection. If a company can come out and beat earnings estimates, which it did, and beat revenue estimates, which it did, and then show 30% in the part of the company that everyone is excited about, and still go down, you've got to say, well, maybe a $3 trillion market cap on Microsoft is a lot of weight to push uphill, and maybe this whole market is a little ahead of itself. Tomorrow, the 31st, we'll get more verification of that. We'll get more testing of that. We'll get earnings from Apple, Amazon, Meta platforms. Apple stands a good chance of actually beating estimates, but still disappointing on iPhone sales. Amazon is a good indicator. Is this stock too expensive? Meta has done a really big rally. So again, the question there, is it too far ahead? We simply don't know at this point. And we're trying to gain information about this. This is not the kind of rally we'd like to see. In 2023, most of the stock markets most of these S&P's 24% gain came from 7%, seven stocks, the Magnificent Seven. Well, after losing Tesla, as we have in the last couple of months, we're down to the Magnificent Six, or the Stupendous Six. If we're losing maybe Google, which reported disappointing ad sales, we might be down to the Fabulous Five. What we'd like to be seeing at this point in a rally is we'd like to see leadership broadening, and we're not seeing that. In fact, we've gotten sort of disappointing results from some of the second tier technology stocks like Advanced Micro Devices that we were hoping to see the market broaden. So this is a really important earnings season to see whether we get a little pullback. I think there's some good chance that we'll see what I would call consolidation more than a pullback. That we'll see the stock market, these stocks move sideways for a while as investors go, I don't know what I want to do about that. But I'm not looking for anything too untoward. The problem really is that the risk-reward ratio right here is not very good. The consensus end of the year consensus 1-year price target for Amazon, as posted on Yahoo Finance this morning, is $424. The stock right now is trading at $402. You're looking at about $20 over the course of a year. That's about 5%. That's not a big upside. And so that's what concerns me, that I'm not getting a whole lot of bang for my risk buck, and that's why I'm watching to see whether we get a pullback, which I would expect, some consolidation, but not really a big dip, but always the risk is always out there, as Scully would say. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you can get more videos. It's free. Sign up. We'll send you a notification of when the next one goes up. If you want more of my stuff, more stock picks, 3 portfolios for 12 to 18 months, 5 years, and then dividends. And there'll be a dividend pick this week. In fact, in the next video that I'm going to do. You can go to my free site, that's SUBSTACK.com. If you want to subscribe and get 6 portfolios with some options and really long-term plays, as well as some volatility, you can subscribe to my SUBSTACK Asset Management site, that's jam.com, and get all that, plus more posts every day. And last, I've moved to Italy. We've started a SUBSTACK. I think I've got the first 3 up. Took a while for me to get a little time, but it's free. It's called We Moved to Italy, and you can subscribe to my SUBSTACK. Would love to have you entertained by our adventures and to get comments from people on food and Italy and culture, and why there are no stained glass windows in Venice churches. There's one that I found, one big rose window, but that's it. And it seems odd. So looking at questions like that as we go forward. So please subscribe to my SUBSTACK. As I said, it's free. And you can find links to all those down below. Thanks very much for watching.